I promised you guys that I'd do chest video, did the biceps video, 40 plus years training, yes, on and off. Fuck the barbells, guys. Don't do barbell chest presses. I'm going to show you a couple exercises I do to help build up your chest. And these exercises are awesome because you're going to get focus on your chest instead of dealing with your boobies that everybody wants to get rid of. You're going to actually focus on the chest contraction rather than a barbell curl where people will ask, how much do you bench? Who gives a crap how much you bench? You're looking to try and get that shape for your chest, especially you guys who are older. The older guys need to work on your upper chest. So it doesn't matter if you engage a little bit of your delts as well with your chest and your pecs, but you need to focus on the contraction. So what I do, and this happens all the time with people, they tend to put the bench up too high, right? You don't want it too high because then it's going to really engage your delts. You want to get it down. So I try and do maybe 25, 30 off. You know, this is 0. This is about 25 or 30, somewhere in that range. We'll move it up a little bit to here. But again, after you warm up a little bit, start with the dumbbells and we go light and work our way up the rack. We don't have to go heavy. And I'm going to do a couple of exercises that you guys are going to love. So let's grab the 15s to start again. And here, with regard to the weight and what I'm going to do 3 different exercises in one. And you're going to see these exercises. The first exercise I'm going to do is the standard press, in which I'm going to focus on just bringing it up and down. And here, as you can see with the palms of my hands, basically cradling the weight as I move back and forth. And what I'm doing here is I'm really focusing on the stretch and I'm coming down and up, but I'm not coming too far down like this. I don't want to do that. I want to maintain the contraction. So I come down to about where the weights are almost touching my shoulder, but not fully all the way down here to about here. And then I go up and down. And I don't go up and lock, and don't lock out. I go down and then I go up. And coming down is just as important under the control as going up. And some of you critics are going to say, why is his head up? Well, his head's up because I'm looking in the mirror as I'm talking to you guys. So as you go up and down with this, you do this about 10 to 15 times. And this is more of a warm-up in which you're really just trying to start feeling the chest engaging. And you're going to feel this pump as you go back and forth. You're going to start feeling that pump in that upper chest. And it's going to feel real good as you move back and forth. Now, after you do about 10 or 15 of these, the next thing I do, and I stay in this position here, I'm going to do flies. So I go up like this, and now I'm going to do some flies with it. And with the flies, I'm going to come out to about here again with my elbows and my arms about parallel with the floor and bring it back up in like this round arc type motion. And I really focus on my elbows and keeping my wrists tight as I move up and down. And I do this about 10 or 12 times as well. So between the first exercise of the chest dumbbell incline and then doing this about 10 or 12 times, you're going to get a really good pump. The third thing I throw into this mix is I'll go up like this, hold the weights like this, and I'll do this press as well. I'll do this. Now with this one, it really requires you to focus, and you can't do it too heavy. So when you come down to here, I try to bring it right in between my boobs and then bring it back up. So down and up, not too far out. Again, maybe over your eyes as you bring it here, maybe up to your nose. And I try to do about 10 to 12 of these as well. So if you try this exercise and do it this way, you're going to get such a burn and pump with the weights that you're not going to believe it. It's going to be incredible for you guys. And as you move up the ladder here, as you move up the rack and doing this exercise, you're going to get an incredible pump. Now, many of you will say, well, Keith, what does everybody do the barbell press for? That's supposed to be the exercise. Well, most people who do the barbell press do it wrong anyway. They're engaging the wrong muscle groups. And think about it, when you do a barbell press, you see people, they're squirming around, they're moving their body in all different directions. Sometimes they're using their back, and they're not really engaging the proper muscles for their chest. By doing these types of exercises, and you can see I'm out of breath, what happens is you're really engaging your chest. Now, guys, I'm talking about this type of stuff. This is the stuff we talk about on the collective. If you guys like this stuff, subscribe, hit the button, follow me. I got so much more of this stuff coming. This type of stuff is crucial for your growth, especially for you guys who are focused on trying to build that chest. Again, you don't have to go heavy. Nobody's gonna ask, how much do you bench? And if they do, who cares? It's not about how much you bench. You're looking to get a shape in place here. You're looking to get your physique to look a certain way. And in order to do that, you need to think smart and listen to your body. Doing these different types of exercises are really gonna take you to the next level. They're really gonna help you grow. And you don't have to do these traditional things, nor do you have to listen to all these crazy people who are doing all these different things and trying to basically reinvent the wheel. The bottom line to it is specific exercises associated with the dumbbells, associated with the bench, smart way of doing things, and you can really progress. I don't have the biggest chest, almost 61 years old. You got to think about it along the lines of what are you trying to accomplish? I'm maintain what I can maintain, and a lot of you guys are probably trying to do the same thing. For us trying to maintain that, we don't care. What does it matter when you're working on a bench and you've got this barbell? How can you really adjust with the barbell and really feel that contraction? It takes years of practice. And if you look at a lot of the guys that do those barbells, they don't necessarily have the structure of the chest that you're wanting to get. You're not going into a weightlift competition, and who cares about the barbell? I don't understand it. Why the barbell? Yeah, in the beginning of your training, it's the barbell. But as you progress in your training, you really want to focus on contraction. And candidly, doing these types of exercises, and I'm going to go back again to something, what you're going to feel and see is when you go up and do these exercises, you're going to be able to actually engage that chest and feel that chest as you go back and as you go down and up. And that's what you want to feel, that connection, that muscle-mind connection is what you need to work on. And as you progress in your training, you're going to learn how to develop that. And that is key to growth. And then you'll progressively work on getting additional weights. But fuck the ego, guys. You don't need to do heavy weights to do this. You need to focus on the form, focus on the contraction, focus on the growth, and you'll be able to get there. Again, you guys like this stuff? I got a lot more coming. Watch my bicep video if you haven't seen that. Subscribe. I'm going to do a shoulder one as well. Get that on there. Remember, everybody, keep it pro to pro.